Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is part 2 of Novak Djokovic versus Roger Federer in the Wimbledon 2019 finals. This is the full match play review part 2. Djokovic is serving. Djokovic is down 2-3. Federer's got 3 games. Let's get into it. Out wide serve. First ball to the other side. So here, what are his options? Djokovic can go line. He can go line deep. He can go drop shot line. He could go deep cross. He could go cross drop. He goes deep to his backhand. Okay. Look, from Djokovic's perspective there, it's like, okay, if you're going to beat me, Federer, in this point, you're going to have to beat me with your weaker shot, your backhand. And you're going to have to kind of thread the needle, right? So I think he took a calculated risk there, and it worked. Let's keep going.
15 love.
So fascinating how Roger can change his strategy from match to match. Look at Nadal, look at Djokovic, they're all his style.
Let's see where Federer goes on this return. Look at it. Look how wide his stance is on his split step here. Weight on the right foot. Look how he's going to push off the right foot. Let's see when he makes contact. Let's see when his other foot touches. He makes contact. Look how he makes contact here. Roger Federer makes contact on the return. His left foot hasn't even touched the ground yet. Now his left foot touches the ground. So time and time again, you're going to see, even at the highest level, this is how the best return footwork is done. Okay? First serve returns. Not talking about, a ball where you have to move up a lot or something like that. But like more of the reaction returns, this is the footwork. Split step. Take a step with your outside foot if you need to cover some distance, or just pivot. Push off your outside foot, go forward, make contact, and then your other foot will touch down, usually in front more, if you're pushing off going forward. You have to be able to master that timing, or else your returns are going to not feel solid. You're not going to be able to hit them consistently. You're just going to be kind of out there hitting, and just guessing, okay? So that's something that you can see in your video, and you can repeat that. Wow, Djokovic crazy getting low there. All right, let's watch it. Wow. Let's watch that point again. That's crazy, actually. So Federer goes deep return. Djokovic, look how low Djokovic gets here. He's so low, his hips are low, he's turning, and look how low his right knee is. If you were to see from the side view angle, his shin angle would be like this, not like this. So Federer here decides to go down the line. Interesting decision there. He wants to spread him to his backhand side, maybe to do damage to the other side. Let's see what he wants to do. Okay, interesting. I mean, he's executing a good ball. Djokovic is super far back. But look, Federer thought that because Djokovic was this far back and on the run, that he probably wasn't going to be able to hit it deep. With most players, that's a great decision, and that's good risk tolerance, in my opinion. However, that's Novak Djokovic, and he hit a really good shot, deeper than Federer thought. So that's why Federer gave him a short ball, because he actually didn't read that ball correctly. So even at the highest level, these guys sometimes make mistakes like that, right? But it was a calculated risk there, and most players are going to give him a short ball. But Djokovic is a beast, obviously. So let's see what Djokovic does there. So that's super interesting. So Federer gives him a short ball. Short ball. He goes down the line. He probably wasn't even trying to do that. But he's coming in. Djokovic sees he's coming in. And Federer is doing a good job coming in slowly, actually. right? He's actually split stepping when Djokovic is hitting the ball. So he's going to be a little bit more no man's land, right? Notice how Federer is not over committing to the net. He's not charging in. That's a very common mistake with lower level players. They hit an approach and they rush in like a maniac. And then guess what happens? You're going to get burned with a lob. Okay? So take note of why Federer did this, right? Now, the next level chess move is Djokovic noticing, okay, lob's probably not the best option right now. Yes, I could rip a ground stroke, right? Which he could do. He could hit topspin either down the line or cross court, hit an angle, right? But what he decided to do was go to the slice and keep it low to Federer. So basically the decision making there was, how can I get that ball low angle to Federer? Is it topspin or is it slice? Potentially the topspin angle could have been better. However, he executed the slice incredibly and Federer made contact significantly below the net, literally on the ground. So that makes total sense why he went for that shot, because he probably had the confidence to know he could keep it that low. So then Federer gave him a floating ball. Wow. Djokovic rips a swing volley. That's just crazy. Wow. Let's continue. Look at what he does in the slow-mo on the swing volley. Wow, great timing. Not that good of a return from Federer, honestly. Djokovic could have done a little bit more footwork, not get his feet set so quickly. Because look, the ball actually bounced. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. Look, the ball kind of bounced a little bit away from him. That's probably why. Look, it bounced, and then it bounced away this way, which is kind of a weird bounce for the backhand. And that's what you're going to get also with grass. You're going to have like the ball skidding like that. So yeah, when you realize there's no guarantee on where the ball is going to be bouncing and how the trajectory is going to be, you're going to start moving your feet more. You're going to take more adjustment steps because the ball, if it's windy, if it's a weird surface, it can bounce and go away from you. So it's critical when you're waiting for the ball, even if it's an easy shot, like they don't hit that good of a shot to you, don't take advantage of that and say, hey, now I can chill out. Say, hey, now I got to double down. Let me take advantage of the slow ball and move my feet even more, right? Most people, they just scale it back when they should scale it up.
30-15.
First time Roger went over the backhand return, giving his opponent a different look again.
Forty, 15.
Good serve. The down the tee serves are really critical. And what I usually program for players is like, let's dial in the out wide serves. And then once you're really competent with that, you gotta have a good down the tee because you have to keep your opponents honest. And that will make your out wide serves next level as well. Okay? So notice how, yes, they use the out wide serves, but then they're also able to throw in a really good flat or slice down the tee or whatever serve they hit. And that keeps their opponent honest. And that's why they're able to throw in the out wide serves in important moments and their opponents aren't like over kind of reacting to it, right? They're still kind of like they don't really know where they're going to go because they've utilized the down the tee serve strategically as well. He's bouncing the ball. He's going through his routine.
3 games all. First set.
15th Wimbledon for Novak Djokovic, 32 years of age, the top seed. First #1 in 2011. The defending champion here. 5 years he has ended as the world's #1 player, same as Federer.
Really like the quality.
Look how turned Djokovic is here. His shoulders are so turned, open stance, right foot pointing to the outside. Body weight going forward into the shot. He didn't really keep his stance though. He kept his stance there. Look how wide he is when he's hitting that. And then look on the next one. Look at the one that he misses. I'm not saying it's 100% why he missed the ball, but it's something that he does differently that contributes. You see that? How his weight, he didn't turn his hips with his left leg planted. You know? I mean, look, he can totally make that if he just times the ball better, but why not do something that is going to help contribute to a higher percentage shot, right? That's all this is, right? Because you can never guarantee a make, but you can guarantee certain inputs that you can do and that you can control, right? That will give you a higher chance of success.
I really like the quality of the match. Somewhere in the final, it takes a lot longer to get going.
18 love.
Come on,
Even
Roger.
Nadal Federer semi-final,
What
the
a
first
guy.
set was subdued. I thought both players had come out all guns blazing.
Even though Federer won this point, he had a good volley and Djokovic couldn't get there. Notice the decision making that Djokovic did here. He gave Federer a short ball, Federer approached down the line, and Federer's coming in. This is a very typical approach situation, like very common. Like you're gonna do this literally every set you play, probably at least once. And notice where Djokovic goes. Even though he loses the point, take note of his strategy here, and he still decides to rip the ball cross and make Federer come up with a solid volley, right? He's not giving him an easy volley, but obviously like at this level, Federer has insane volleys, so he's able to do damage there. But the lesson is, in that position from Djokovic, he's still deciding to go cross there and make Federer come up with a volley, you know? So win or lose the point, that was a good decision to make and make Federer come up with a good volley. And he made Federer prove to him that, okay, I can make this, whatever, right? And obviously, like, you're playing against all-time great, so you're probably going to see at this level, like, taking more risks with, you know, obviously maybe going away from them more because they can execute their shots so well. But this is still going to show you that he's still playing the percentages. Probably very similar to how he was doing it when he was a little younger as well. So it's still going to apply for you. All right, that's it for this part of the video. In the next one, we're going to start with the tiebreaker, and then we're going to continue from there, guys. All right, hope you enjoyed. Drop a comment, like, subscribe to the channel, send this to one of your friends, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.